Hey people, this is Mr. UV, aka Mr. Ultraviolet. And in this video of Naruto Ninja Awaken, I will be covering Sasuke Shippuden. So this will be a review and some gameplay and, answer a couple questions that I've been receiving, even though I did answer them in previous videos, but this will be more honed in and specific information on Sasuke Shippuden. All right, so let's get right into it. Sasuke is an attack type. As you can see right here, he's an attack type. And his availability is that you can get him two ways, free to play and paywall, right? So we're going to start off with the free to play. Free to play, you can get him through the group tournaments, all right? So group tournament come around about every 72 hours, as you can see, all right? Now, if you can see, top spot, number 1, you get 15 shards, all right? Number 2, you get 10 shards. Number 3, you get 7 shards. Number 4, you get 5. Number 5, you get 4. 6 through 10, you get 3. 11 through 20, you get 2. And then if you're anything lower than that, you will receive 1. So you're going to want to get in some of the top alliances or groups so you can have a better chance of collecting more shards per day or per event, all right, tournament. All right, so like I said, it's about 72 hours. The clock counts down. You get up in there, you participate, you try to fight another group, knock off as many teams or members as possible. All right, okay. So let me show you how you can see the top groups. All right, so you hit rankings and then you go down to groups. The first 3 are the top 3 alliances. You can see I'm on the right. I'm in 3rd place. All right, so you want to either join one of these 3. Those are the best ones really to get in. You will have an easier chance of getting into some of the top groups now because of after the little glitch and the app being removed from the store. So there's a lot of people in these groups that's not active anymore. All right, so try to get in those top 3. If not, try to get into any of these. You're probably gonna not want to go anything lower than 20. All right, so I do recommend top 3. If not top 3, maybe 5. That's really where you want to stop. 5. All right. So you click the person that's the leader, all right, and you add them as a friend so you can communicate to them, through private message or whatever, and then you talk to them, say, yo, I want to get up in the group, try to finesse your way in there. If they tell you it's full and stuff like that, you just be like, well, I know you got some inactive people. Kick them, let me get on. I play every day, whatever. Just, finesse it. Try to get your way up in there because you're going to want to be in the top 5 alliances. Definitely top 3. But like I said, 5 is a good spot to be at. You really don't want to go lower than 5. Okay, now, remember the amount of shards you were getting per tournament. Number 1 was giving you 15 shards. Now, it does take you 80 shards to unlock him initially. All right, so remember that it will take you a couple tournaments to be able to unlock them, but once you do unlock them, it becomes a lot easier to star them up or to get shards because there are other options for you to rank them up. All right, so that's the free to play. Now we're going to talk about the paywall side, and you can get him a full 80 unlock from the VIP. All right, so as you can see, this is where I stopped at. SVIP 3, you unlock them. All right, so it gives you the full 80 shards. That's a clean unlock of them right there. Okay, so once you unlock them, then you can get more shards for the level up through other means, like you can get it from the store, the shop, or whatever. All right, so as you can see right here, I have 91 of these universal A hero shards. All right, those are different than the partner shards. Okay, now the partner shards, they look the same, but the difference is that the hero shards, like these are the partner shards. All right, you can use them on any A partner, right? Any A partner. This is what they look like. Now if you notice the hero one, it looks the same, but it has that little market, that little Naruto logo at the right corner of the A. All right, so those let you know that it's a hero shard, meaning you're going to use it on Shippuden Naruto, Shippuden Sasuke. But these right here, these are the S ones. They're the same, but you use them on people like KCM. And all right, so remember, the hero shards are different than the partner shards. And also you can buy these shards in the VIP shop as well. So when you hit certain levels at the VIP, you also can buy them there. As you can see right here, you can buy the A shards. You can buy about 5 of those right here. And it goes up depending on how higher level your VIP is, the amount you can buy. All right, you can also buy Bs here. You know, they have Bs, and you can also get them sometimes in events like the Naruto KCM spin event had B shards you was able to get, and that helps you, you know, level up the star level on these guys and add more power. Okay, now remember, you can't use these shards to unlock the character. You only can use them to skill or start a level up. All right, so let's get into his kit. Now, his first ability, great dragon fire technique. Spits out fire, does decent damage, also burns him, inflicts burn status. 4-second cooldown, that's his bread and butter. All right, that's going to help with a lot of other teams. All right, now we got Shidori Dance, that's his next one. 8-second cooldown, it doesn't do electric damage status affliction, but it does bleed status affliction. All right, so remember that, that's going to help with another team. All right. Okay, now his third ability, Lightning Shuriken. He throws the Shuriken. It spins in a specific area for maybe about 3 to 4 seconds, just spinning, doing damage. So when people's just standing there, you know, swinging back at you, they're taking, you know, that 430% damage that whole time, which also allows you to combo because while it's spinning, you can also do other attacks. All right, so his ultimate, Shidori Katana. He's going to move kind of like the Flash in a triangle. It's going to be like a thunder triangle. You'll see it in the gameplay, but he does that. He rotates in that triangle shape about 3 times. All right, and during that time, he gains invulnerability. So he takes no damage while he's rotating that triangle. All right, and it does good, decent damage, 20-second cooldown. Okay, so I give you gameplay of all these abilities later on in the video. Stay with me. Okay, now his passive. He has a 3% chance that when he's attacking, he increases his own crit damage by 30% for 5 seconds. So whenever he's doing any kind of attack, whether he's using any of his skills or he's just swinging there with his basic attack, you know, with the basic punch, he's increasing his crit damage. He has a chance to increase it by 30%. All right, so every time he swings, he has a chance of increasing his crit damage. So that's real good. And you're going to find out Sasuke crits a lot. All right, which is good because it goes well with his attack type. He has good abilities. All his abilities pretty much does static affliction or he grants himself immunity. So you're going to see. Now, we can look at his stats. His stats might seem different than yours if you have them unlocked, because you might have a higher star level or a lower star level, as well as Megatamas do play a role, okay? So here's some of his costumes. I have the default ones. The other ones have yet to be released. They do increase stats, all right? And it's Megatamas. So it's fire, cloud, light, thunder, and ice. Those are his Megatamas. So if you're thinking or planning on using Sasuke, you might want to save some of those Megatamas for him specifically, all right? So let's go. All right, now with the gameplay, I do want to say this before we get started. Sasuke is a fire type. Any Naruto you go up against other than KCM is wind type, which means he's going to have a 25% damage increase because he has a type advantage over him. All right, now look at these guys right here. You see that? Throw the shuriken and then boom, hit him with the fire. Double kill. That's how you want to use this guy. That's your bread and butter combo right there. All right. And these are his abilities. I'm just showing you how they look and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I'm about to show you how you play this guy. This is what you want to do. When you see him coming, you bait out their abilities. You want them to try to use any of their abilities when you walk up on them. So that's why I didn't swing when I just walked around them, because I want them to use their specials, especially like the ones that dash, like Sasuke Shidori, where he dashes forward, or Naruto 2-finger special jutsu thing that he does. You want him to use that. All right. So once you bait that out, you hit him with the shuriken, and they're gonna be out of ability, so they're gonna sit there and just use their basic, and they're gonna take all that damage. Now while that's spinning, you want to instantly go into the fire, and then if they still don't die, you can hit them with the little zigzag joint. Now if you look right there, the ultimate went through that little triangle like the Flash about 3 times. Within doing that, he's not taking any damage. but they're taking damage every time they're getting hit, and that joint crits often. Okay, so you want to use that when you're getting jumped. And you can see he's critting on normals. All right, so look at these guys. That's how you don't want to fight. They're just sitting there using basics because they're not using their skills smart. All right, so easy prey for me. Easy. See how that crit right there? So 9 times out of 10, that ability is going to crit. And it does good damage. Now, the zigzag, shuriken, cut blade, or I forgot what they're called, but that one right there, that I use that for mobility as well. Like, I'll use it to chase somebody down, or if I need to get away. Like right now, that's what you see me doing. I'm trying to bait out attacks. So I'm trying to dodge his attacks. I want him to use his specials, and I'm gonna dodge him. And then once he's done, and all he gonna do is just basic and sit there and just keep on hitting the normal punch, I'm gonna throw the shuriken, let that joint just chop him down, hit him with the fire. At the same time, he's just gonna sit there and burn and take damage. Easy. This works easy. Easy combo to do all the time. And it also is good for when you're getting jumped. Also, his ultimate works well when you're outnumbered. Now, like I said in the KCM video, I'm not taking no pity on these guys. I will heal up because it's smarter just to stay alive rather than just die. You know, I'm going to sit there, get my health back, then go back to battle. Look at these guys, the idiots. Well, I don't want to call them idiots, but it's not smart. They're not playing it right. Watch me get this triple kill. Look at that, crit, 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 crit. Crit, crit, crit. Look at that. Eating them. All right. And then just hit him with the basic if I want to finish it. His basic, if you notice, it is a 360-degree type thing. All right. See, I was trying to bait out some abilities, and I used it, you know, to escape. When I seen them coming for me, and they was trying to jump me at the same time, I used the little zigzag thunder, you know, to give me some mobility because it's an 8-second cooldown. So I used that, get some distance, and then within that time, I have 4. I can use, you know, the normal dash that everybody has. I can use that twice because it's 4-second cooldown on it. So within me using the zigzag thunder, I can dash twice before it comes back. By the time I dash twice, they probably didn't use all their abilities. And then after that, I can just go into my bread and butter. As you can see, shuriken, fire, and then ultimate if they still standing. Sometimes you don't even have to use the ultimate. You just sit there and let them burn like that. Or sit there and just let them bleed out from, you know, the bleed status affliction. And that's pretty much what you're going to see me do majority of the time. I'm just going to sit here and punish them the same way every time. You know, and things like the damage up, the little fist, just makes it quicker. And you see crits a lot. You're going to see a lot of crits. Sasuke crits a lot, all right? So, and that's what you want for an attack type. And this is one-on-one. Imagine when you have a full team working with you, all right? So, sit here, heal up a little bit, and get some health. Then we're going to go out there and punish a couple more scrubs real quick, all right? Just chopping through these guys. And it's a lot of Narutos, as you can see. So I'm doing an extra 20% damage to them. It's another reason why they just dying so fast. They're not playing smart. See, I got jumped. Triple kill. And I just took them all 3 out at the same time. Easy. Sasuke has good abilities, but you got to use them smart. And pretty much if you know how to play the game, period, you can be pretty much good with any of the characters. This is not just, you know, these Shippuden characters or KCM. The teenage characters, I'll eventually do a review on them. They are good too. Believe me, I used them. Just like some of you are using them. You don't have to use some of these characters that I'm doing reviews on now, like the Shippudens or KCM. The little teenagers, they get busy too. It's just how you use them. See, like this. Sit there, let them go ahead and fight through the little bickering. Group them up, and then get you a double, triple kill, easy. That's what I do. You might say, oh man, why don't you let them have a fair fight? For one, it's a competitive game mode. I'm not taking pity on nobody. And for two, they're not playing right. You just saying them two right there, they died. I killed them both, right? They spawned it right back in. The first thing they did is go in and just start tapping the fist, using basics. That's not smart. Why would you do that? So I'm just going to take advantage of them grouping themselves up. You see me, I don't just stand in one area and just do this with a person. I can, and I win. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to see me use mobility. You know, these zigzags, the little dashes like that everybody got. I like using those abilities. Like, I can kill a person just doing that alone in basic if I want to. But You wanna be mobile. You wanna, bait people to use their abilities or just go in there and dodge their attacks. And then when they defenseless, they can't do nothing but just basic attacks. That's when you just chop them down. I'm telling you, this works with any character, any level. You can outplay some of the best characters. When I first started playing, I was punishing the top like 10 power level characters in the game. It was easy because they were doing the same thing. I mean, I guess it's only instinct when you play the computer so much, and all you pretty much got to do, half of the time you're playing on semi-automatic, so all it's doing is basic anyways. But in this mode, you're fighting humans. All right. Now, as you can see, I usually end my reviews at 50 kills. I'm already at 47. I've already killed 47 people. Like, that's crazy. I did that real fast. It's because I was getting a lot of double, triple kills, and they weren't playing correctly. Sasuke also did, contribute to that number as well, because he does good damage. Like, that burn affliction, bleed affliction, and then him taking no damage when he uses his ultimate. And then that Shuriken right there, even though it does no damage, no status affliction, like it doesn't burn, shock, paralyze, bleed, none of that. It's good because it covers a big range of area. It has a big area that it covers, right? So you can trap a lot of people inside of that vortex. And not only that, like I said, once you use it, see, you can go right into a whole nother ability. The whole time that it was spinning, my ultimate ended before the wind shuriken ended. So that allows you to be able to stack abilities up on top of each other while while that one's going. So this is why Sasuke is a good character. It does take skill to use him. You do have to think. But, I mean, what you want to do? You want to win? Look at that. Easy. Well, that's 51. I'm probably going to end the video here. Okay, they both want some more. After I get these guys, I end the video. Easy kills right there. All right. Take that. Boom. And I'll give him mercy. I'm not even going. Okay. See, he used the Shidori. That's what you want to bait out. You want to bait out moves like that, the dash and stuff like that. You want to bait those out. That's why I'm just walking around them looking all confused. I'm not confused. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing that so they use all their specials and miss. Then once they can't attack no more, boom. Knockouts. Easy. Well, see you in the next one, guys. Nah. We're not done. I forgot we're going to cover the teams that he works on. All right, so that was kind of long gameplay. I ran on a little bit, but we're going to get into the teams. All right, now, as you can see, the team that I'm using on screen, that's a great team right there. All right, that works too. The reason why it works is because you got Jiraiya. He, does extra 50% damage if the enemy is afflicted with burns. Sasuke can trigger a burn effect on his fire-breathing one himself. Jiraiya also does fire damage himself. Hiruzen does fire damage himself on the special. And on his passive, every 15 seconds, he burns the whole enemy team. Now, this is the good team because it's better than it's a good big team because you have control over the fire attack. So I can kick off Jiraiya's special whenever I want, right after Sasuke does his fire breath. So I don't have to wait for the computer to, use their attacks. I can just do the fire myself with Sasuke. Then right after I do it, drop Jiraiya's ultimate down and do that extra 50% damage instantly. All right, so that's what you want to go for. This is a good team right here. Really, the other two, like Pain and Itachi, really don't matter so much. But Jiraiya and Sasuke is great together. They work very good together. All right, and another team that I was thinking about running. I don't have them all unlocked. This is more of a free-to-play team. It's better than the Jiraiya one because obviously Jiraiya's paywall. But this is a better team that you can use. It's the Cloud Ninjas, all right? Now, I don't have all of them unlocked. So, excuse me, I don't have them all unlocked. So, I'll just have to show you from here. Now, if you do have Minato and you did go for him, he works great with these Cloud Ninjas, all right? And I'll explain why. But let's just go ahead and look at them. They're free-to-play characters. You can get them easily. Now, B, on his special, he inflicts bleed. On his ultimate, he inflicts 50% more damage if the enemy has bleed on them. Remember, Sasuke can inflict bleed as well. He does fire and bleed. So the same thing you have with Jiraiya, you could do with Killer B. All right, except Killer B is a tank, so he also gains, you know, defense up and super armor and all that other good stuff. Now, A, he also is a good character to run on the team. All right, so they all have feathers together. Remember that. All right, so he does paralyze on his ultimate, and on his special, he inflicts bleed. Keep that in mind. So if you look at Darwi, he will be coming up, if I'm not mistaken, after Pain. All right, so if you're in a server that's lower then, you know, 52, you probably already had him. If your number's higher than 52, you will get him soon. He comes after Pain. But the way his kit works is he does paralyze on his special, and he also does paralyze on his ultimate. But just like Jiraiya, if he hits a person that's been inflicted with paralyze, he does an extra 50% damage. So if you use him, Darwi, B, and A, and Sasuke together, all right, the last person really doesn't matter. There's a flex spot for that. But if you use them all together, Sasuke can increase Darwi and Killer B's damage output. All right, just himself alone. And, you know, A can do it as well because he does inflict bleed as well as paralyze, which they see right here on the screen says if the target's stunned, but they're talking about paralyzed. All right, so A and Sasuke both inflict the damage afflictions for Killer B and Darwi to get that extra 50% damage. Now, if you did get Minato, he does paralyze on both of his skills, his special and his ultimate. Also, he has like 100% dodge rate, and he crits high too as well. He's also a Yang or Yin character as well. Don't let that control type fool you. Minato gets busy. He does damage, all right? Now, also B, he you know, like I said, gains damage reduction like defense up, stuff like that. But a lot of these characters have like high dodge rates and high crit as well. So Sasuke increases crit, A increases crit as well as he has a dodge rate. B, he's a tank. He doesn't need a dodge. He gains super armor, so he can take more damage, all right? And Minato has a 100% dodge rate. And then, like, when we get into the flex, all right? So, like, the flex, the fourth person, you could either, like I said, run Minato, or you could run the third Raikage, all right? Now, despite him having electricity around him, like Super Saiyan 2 or whatever, and him being from the cloud, and he's an electric type, he does not have paralyze on any of his abilities. As you can see, he has 100% dodge rate on his special, but he lowers hit and crit on his ultimate. But he does not inflict any status affliction, so he doesn't do bleed or paralyze, all right? That's kind of a letdown, but whatever. He does have the high dodge rate. As you can see, when he uses special, he dodges all attacks. So when he's using that, think of it as like Sasuke's Thunder Triangle's ultimate. He's invulnerable. He's going to dodge all that damage. And when we look at his passive, all right, he has 100% dodge when he's using any skills. So 100% during the skill period. So anytime he's using any of his special abilities, he's dodging, just like Minato. Except his is better because he's not taking any damage on any of his skills. Minato has a cooldown. He only can use his once every 5 or 20 seconds, I believe. You can go back and rewind and see for exact information. But he has a cooldown on it. The Raikage, third Raikage, his is 100% guaranteed no cooldown. Whenever he's using his special or ultimate, he's taking no damage. So, and he's a tank, so that's good. All right. So you can use either, if you have Minato, you can use him for your flex, your fourth, or you can use the Raikage. Now remember, all three of these cloud ninjas are the same type, element type, electricity, as you can see. So that's going to give you a higher element, you know, damage bonus or whatever. So they're going to have, they're going to get a higher health stat, higher damage output, because they're all from the same faction, you know, or element type. So keep that in mind. Sasuke is fire. So, you know, the fourth can maybe, you know, mix it up. Come up with some type of tech yourself. But Darwi is a good character. Like I said, this is a free-to-play team. So you will have to wait for Darwi, but that's good. Because it allows you more time to get gold. So when he does drop, which is after pain, if I'm not mistaken, you will have enough gold to be able to unlock him. Because you can get A and Killer B free to play easily. And then the third Raikage, I think both of them is back to back after each other. So, alright. So you could save up enough gold to get both of them. They are limited time characters. They're not spin events. They're just the normal like pools. Alright, so I know a lot of people like those events better than the spin. So you can be able to get both of them. And like I said, Minato, if you were able to get him, he was the first event that kicked off, I think, on your third or fourth day of playing. This would be a great team for you to put him on. And, you know, he does work. He does work. Don't let the control type fool you. Minato gets busy. He does crazy damage. And he can, like, pretty much stun you on all his abilities. And he dodges a lot. And increases his crit. Like, Minato's a full package. I kind of regret not getting him. But, as you can see, I do have a beast team. But I could have probably got Minato instead of Tsunade. Neither one of them was actually a part of the plan. But that's neither here or there. So, you know, the electric team is free to play. And the other characters you can see that I have, you know, Jiraiya, Hiruzen, they're more paywall. But that's the video. See you in the next one.